This is a church hostel we stayed at. It was really nice. It was built around 1865, we think. It was pretty nice. We tented outside. It was a pretty comfortable place to be. Well, here we are in New Jersey. Finally made it up here. Goodbye, Pennsylvania, and a majority of the rocks. This first day in Jersey is supposed to be a little rocky, and then it's supposed to subside. Right now we're climbing up to Kittanini Ridge to hike along it this afternoon.
We passed the 1,300 mile mark today.
So this is kind of one of the things that the old honey badger there has been waiting to see since the 9th of March. The mountain laurel is pretty much in full bloom up here. We thought we would see this before New Jersey, but here we are in New Jersey, and that's the first sign of it. There's a spot coming up called Sunfish Pond. It's supposed to be really nice. We'll get back with you then.
As you can see, this is Sunfish Pond. It's about a 41-acre pond. It was really pretty. It was surrounded by the mountain laurel. It was pretty neat. Some views along the way this afternoon. We pretty much ridge walked. Another view of the pond with the mountain laurel. Actually a pretty decent day. We did about 13.5 miles and didn't leave town until about noon, so we did pretty well. More mountain laurels for you, and they are definitely in full bloom here. It's a nice 2 to 3 acre beaver bog that this thing had created. It's pretty neat. First thing this morning.
So here we are in New Jersey, and if New Jersey's the garden state, their cash crop is weeds. The trail's been knee to waist high in weeds all morning.
Some more sights along the way. It's another beaver bog we came upon. Pretty big. Nice little turtle in the middle of the path. I have no idea who that good looking guy is. More of the mountain laurels that are blooming out. They're pretty much everywhere. And nice view of a lake that we ended up eating dinner right by. Some mushroom stuffed ravioli with cheese sauce was phenomenal. Hamburger with an egg, bacon, and pastrami on it. And some fish tacos. Life isn't bad on the trail. This is another little friend that Carrie walked right by. Happened to see him, get some good pictures. I believe it's a pygmy rattlesnake. I'm not sure.
Here we are in New Jersey still. We're headed towards the high point, which is right up there. We try to hit as many of these high points as we can if we're close to them. We're going to have to take a little side trail to it, but it's worth it. You can see the trail's gotten narrower. It's a little bit rocky through here, but it's not so bad. We'll check in when we get up top. So here we are. The the high point in New Jersey. You can see a pretty nice view from up here. It's not mountainous like some of the stuff we've been in, but it's still pretty spectacular. This huge obelisk. So here you can see they picked the highest point in New Jersey, and it is spectacular.
High point in.
Again, it's not big high Rocky Mountains, but
spectacular. The elevation was 1,803 feet.
have this kind of view,
Not real high, but
360 view. It's pretty amazing.
After a stop at High Point State Park, these are just some of the views we had along the way to what is known as the secret shelter. That's the caretaker, Jake, standing in front. Jake was very active and very curious about everything we were doing. Took a liking to Carrie. It seemed like they had a couple of good conversations. It was kind of fun to watch. Pretty fun-loving little donkey or mule. I'm not sure which one he is, but he'd like to try to get her food bags and walking around basically the whole area and camp all evening.
And we're just coming out of the wildlife refuge, and we're walking on these bog boards. You can see the muck that we would have to walk through. I don't know if the video really shows it that well, but this would be miserable to walk through were it not for these boards. It's pretty good convenience, a lot of maintenance that goes on. Just thought we'd show you some of the adventurous stuff that we get to do. It's just another example of kind of the diversity here in New Jersey. We've had flat walks, we've had rocky, had these little draws with boulders all over, pine trees, hardwoods. It's actually pretty diverse. Not too sure that out of all the states, this might be my favorite up to this point. As you can see, the terrain is nothing but rock again. We're going straight up, probably about a 12% grade. I have about 4 miles, 4.5 to the shelter. It's been pretty brutal. We just stopped and had ice cream and had a nice little break, so.
Explain how you can eat your way through New York.
This is quite a way to end the day. Hopefully this video shows a little bit of the scale of what we're going up. They're just step after step after step. Good news is they're steps. We're making vertical feet quick. Bad news is your quads and glutes are on fire right now. So again, this is probably about a 15% grade. It's pretty crazy. So life on the trail involves getting clean from time to time. So here we're out in a laundromat, drinking a cup of coffee, had a nice bagel for breakfast, a little trail magic. Yeah, we'll probably hit the road, get on the trail. It'll be afternoon today. We'll get out there and keep pushing on. So we are in Warwick, New York, and get back with you here in a bit. So after resupplying at the store, we were stopped at this place to eat some lunch, check it out. We were offered by a total stranger to come back to their house, shower, relax. Got a great view of the New Jersey high point that we were at 2 days ago. It's amazing how people out here are, one, interested in what we're doing, and two, they're so gracious to have us and invite us to their homes.